students consider you their teacher as well. So we are very honored to have you with us. Thank you. Dr. Bagus Riyono is the current president of IAMP. He's a lecturer in psychology in Gajah Mada University. Please forgive me for my bad Bahasa, by the way. I try my best to learn Bahasa, inshallah.
That's fine.
And conducts research on Islamic psychology that touches the following areas: motivation, personality, leadership, and organizational development. As an industrial and organizational psychologist, Dr. Bagus taught organizational change and development and is an active consultant in the area of national and multinational organizations in Indonesia since 1995. SubhanAllah, amazing. Besides involving himself in research and teaching, Dr. Bagus is now active in social and academic organization. He is the president of SIETRAR Indonesia, Society for Intercultural Educators, Trainers, and Researchers. He's also the head of the Presidium of Gerakan Indonesia Beradab, a national interdisciplinary organization of the Indonesian movement for preserving human dignity. Dr. Bagus also co-founded the Mahad Maqasid in Indonesia, a branch of Maqasid Institute International under Professor Auda, in which now he is active in the Maqasid studies of sustainable development with DR. And Dr. Bagus, you will today speak about IAMP as one of his legacy, Professor Badri's legacy as the founder, from margin to mainstream. Please forgive me for my shortcomings in my Bahasa, dear professor, and in my Arabic, and the floor is yours. It's an honor to have you with us. Welcome, Dr. Bagus.
Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We meet again after a few minutes. Right now, I would like to share about the organization, the International Association of Muslim Psychologists. So as we know that Professor Malik Badri is the pioneer of the modern Islamic psychology, or we also call him as the father of modern Islamic psychology. And he was struggling. He was, he was alone since 1979 with his small number of friends. But then 20 years later, around the 90s, he invited Muslim psychologists all around the world and established the International Association of Muslim Psychologists. So this is a very important step, because when you want to convey a message throughout generations, then you need organization. You cannot do it yourself. So Professor Malik Badri has established this organization, and that's why we can gather here right now. This is because of this organization. And being a Muslim psychologist is a very important starting point for us to really establish the Islamic psychology, because we cannot expect to have Islamic psychology from a non-Muslim psychologist. So it had to be started from a Muslim psychologist. And this is the community that Professor Malik Badri, they wake us up with his book, the Muslim Psychology, the dilemma of Muslim psychology. So we are those people that Professor Malik Badri addressed in his book. So we have to respond to that. And by establishing this International Association of Muslim Psychologists, Professor Malik Badri has provided the platform for us to work together, to collaborate, and to continue his work, and also value his legacy, and also enhance it toward a better understanding of ourselves, because psychology is a knowledge about ourselves. So it is very important for us to start with our belief, with our religion as a Muslim. And since 2016, Professor Malik Badri appointed us from as a young generation to continue this organization. So I was selected as a president, and then Sister Hanandover as the vice president, and Sister Diana as the secretary general. And also there are more friends in Indonesia and also in some countries around here that collaborate in this organization. And from 2016, the International Association of Muslim Psychologists has moved forward to establish collaboration memorandum of understanding with many universities from Indonesia, Russia, Australia, that we have around more than 20 universities has signed a memorandum of understanding in developing Islamic psychology with us, with the association. And we also has established the website of Iamp. And also along with that, we also publish a journal, the International Journal of Islamic Psychology. So to establish a discipline, a scientific discipline, we need a journal, we need organization, and we need university. So hopefully,
excuse me, dear participants, if you could just unmute your microphones, please, when you join the session. Barakallahu fikum. Please forgive us, Dr. Bagus.
It's okay. So, so this area that we established is provide us the platform to establish this discipline of Islamic psychology. That the dream of Professor Malik Badri, who already identified that we cannot continue by only mastering or studying the psychology from the different philosophical background. So we need to really start from rethinking the philosophical background or of the psychological science, and it has to be, or it has to start from a person or scholars that have a Islamic belief. Because when we talk about science, when we talk about philosophy, ontology, the belief system is very important. So if the scholar doesn't really believe that it's in Islamic teaching or the Islamic ontology about human being, and expect that they really that they will understand the Muslim society, completely, because Islamic psychology, the difference between Islamic psychology and the current conventional psychology actually mostly is in the belief system, mostly in the concept of the human being, concept of life, the worldview of our life. Because if we talk about the method, like the scientific method, the experimental or measurement, I think we have no problem with that. So that's why the organization, the people, we can say the man behind the gun is very important. The person is very important. The scholar is very important. We have to start from ourselves, from our belief as a Muslim, to establish, to develop, to construct the field of Islamic psychology. Now, I would like to show you our website so you can follow it and you can update your knowledge and some information about the organization. So this is our website. The address is quite simple. It's iampHome.org. So the Iamp with P, IAMP home.org. In this website, we collect the books of Professor Malik Badri and others who already free for public. You know, of course, there are some new books that is still under contract with the publisher, but some of the book that's already can be distributed in a PDF format. We are collecting here, and also we try to collect more classical works that Professor Sulaiman Darin just mentioned, that it's also one of the reference from Professor Malik Badri to establish the Islamic psychology. And hopefully this website will develop and will help us for our references in Islamic psychology. We also have some videos here. For example, if we want to know about Professor Malik Badri, we have some videos from YouTube, of course. So you can you know, search and find the collection here. If any of you have something that you would like to share, you can tell us from Professor Malik, maybe some recording from Professor Malik Badri's lecture, so we can integrate it in our website here. So this website can be one stop point for all of us if you want to know about the development and the history, and also some ideas, some thought about Islamic psychology. And also the most important part of this website is that we have a journal. This is the International Journal of Islamic Psychology. We welcome your articles, and we already have some issues here. You can click here, and we have this metric, so we know who visited this website, and it has been very good because we have some visitors from all around the world, including the Western country like United States, United Kingdom, and the rest. So this is also still in the development. We already have 3 issues, 4 maybe for this year, and we welcome your articles so that we can share it. You can also download. This is free. You can download the articles from here. You can have some link to the download articles. So you can download it, and you can also share through the social media. If you want to share it to your friend, your student, or your colleagues, you can share it right from this website. So this is the journal. And the most important thing about the organization is how to sustain it, how to make it sustainable. You know, like if you depend on a person, then the person can come and go. But if we can establish this organization, this will live on, and you can develop this across generation. That's why one of the legacy of Professor Malik Badri, as one of the legacy of Professor Malik Badri, Iamp is a very significant part of his legacy. And hopefully we can accommodate your ideas, your study, your research. And also we invite you to become our member. We have also a membership form that you can fill in here. Register. You can register through this website. And you can fill in the form, and then we will respond to your registration. So this is a very easy to access, and hopefully we can use this as a platform for us to collaborate, to communicate, and also to maintain and sustain the legacy of Professor Malik Badri. So the IAMP mission is how to make Islamic psychology benefit humanity as a whole. So we are developing theories, developing practices, application, and also therapy based on the Islamic resources, Islamic sources. For example, we have developed Askia therapy. This is based on the Quranic message about how we should purify our soul, we should develop our soul, we should educate ourselves so that we can have more knowledge, more understanding about this life, and also hopefully it will by knowledge, by a scientific knowledge, by Iamp knowledge, what you call it, knowledge based on the ayat, Quranic verses, and also the study of the nature, and also the study of ourselves. Hopefully will bring us closer to Allah, will bring us more in the condition of tranquility, nafsu mutmainah, and also healthy mentally and also physically, because as Al-Balkhi said that physics and psychics is also psychologists and physiologists is important. So it's not separated. So if we are healthy physically, inshallah, then psychologically we will also healthy, or the other way around. If we are healthy psychologically, inshallah, we will be healthy physically. So that's the kind of ideas, the kind of effort that we are trying to do and to establish, to develop in our society, in our organization. And we welcome you to join us. Inshallah, we will have more programs in this Islamic psychology courses, and also some Islamic psychology practice. And we also have already this year, we'll start an Islamic psychology graduate program in Charles Church University, collaborated with Charles Church University, thanks to Sister Handover from Australia. And actually, we also have a collaboration with Moscow State University of Psychology and Education through Dr. Olga Pavlova. And before this pandemic, actually, they already planned classes on Islamic psychology as part of the Eastern Psychology department in there. So we have a lot of opportunities in front of us, and we invite you to join us with this endeavor. I think that's what I can say about the IAMP, and hopefully if you have any question, we can discuss it in the question and answer session. Thank you very much, Brother Jamaluddin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear Dr. Bagus. Please, round of applause. Thank you so much for giving us the background information regarding IAMP. And thank you so much for shedding lights of all the great works that the association is doing. And really, the journal is so important. And I have had the honor to read a lot of the articles, and I really encourage all of our participants to read and to engage with the journal and with all of the other activities. This is also a way to keep Professor Badri's legacy alive. I read an article with Professor Rasul regarding Tawbah and psychology. It was an amazing article, actually. And I know that Ustada Olga and many other great scholars have contributed to the journal. And Dr. Bagus, by the way, your Tazkiyah therapy lectures are always very popular among seekers of knowledge and students. So we're very honored to always learn from your vast amount of knowledge. Thank you so much for sharing information. And in the Q&As, dear participants, if you have any questions to any of our scholars, including Dr. Bagus, I will try to address as many as possible by the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Please give a round of applause to Dr. Bagus, and we are thanking you for all the great works you're doing for Iamp and in all other organizations that you're active. And we're looking forward for the diploma program also at the University of Australia. That's an amazing